What's up, you guys? Robert here again with TovarGuitar. Today we're going to do a quick tip video lesson. Last lesson we posted up, there was some strumming pattern techniques that might confuse some beginners. So I thought I'd make a quick lesson on some strumming pattern stuff that you might come across that you might wonder if you're doing wrong or nobody's ever going to tell you, if you know, stuff like that. The first thing I want to talk about is your right hand. Very basic, and don't really focus on doing this with your whole arm. You will by default move a little bit of your arm, but you want to focus mainly on the strumming on your wrist, because your wrist is where you get the more natural feel. It would look real silly if it was it's not necessary. It comes more natural with your wrist. The other thing is to be aware of the time and the music that you're playing, because the time and the beats and everything, that's basically where you're going to get your strumming patterns out of. For example, most songs, popular songs, are in 4/4 time. If you don't know what 4/4 time is, maybe you can look it up. We're not really going to cover it, but maybe we'll do a video lesson on time signatures in the future if we get requests for it. But right now, basically 4/4 time is just your standard rock 1, 2, 3, 4 type of thing. When you have that kind of strum thing and it's not so fast and it's like a rock type of song, you want to move your hand in 8 notes. 8 notes is basically down, up, down, up. Say the tempo is let me use a metronome. And I'm using a metronome app on my phone. This is 4/4. You hear the accent on the 1. That's how it's in 4/4. So that's 4/4. That would be me moving in quarter notes because it's every time it clicks. Basically, you probably want to be moving it in 8 notes, which is twice as fast. It'll be like this: down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So you move it, you strum down every click and up every in between the click. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And I know in a song you're not going to hear a metronome, you're going to hear drums. The way you can reference it is the first count would be when they play the kick drum. The second count would be the snare. The third would be the kick, and then the fourth would be the snare. So the drums would sound like that. 3, 4, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare. And you're going to be going like this. That doesn't mean you're going to be strumming every time you're doing this, but what you're going to be doing is you're going to be attacking the strings in a selective part of the strumming pattern. For example, I'm going to give you a simple strumming pattern that a lot of beginners will learn. See my arms moving up, down, but I'm not attacking every time. I'm just attacking when I need to, but my arm's doing this motion. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And if you do that, it's going to help a lot when you play in time and to keep track of where you are. Same thing applies for 16th notes. 16th notes is twice as fast as that. If you're playing like funk or something like that, it would still be in 4/4 time. What 16th note sounds like is like this. That's kind of the riff I was playing in the beginning. So that's 8 notes. 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4 E, 16 notes. You see how my hand's moving like this? It's keeping me in time. It's keeping me in check to tell me where I am. Kick and drum probably be the same, but that's basically the idea. The other thing is, like I was talking about, you don't always attack. Sometimes you just go over the strings and sometimes you rake. Raking is basically when you hold out a chord, but you don't push all the way. You just kind of position your hand and touch the strings with it, and then you just rake across the strings like that. So part of strumming. It's a percussive type of sound that guitars get. A lot of people like to apply it in their music, a lot of times on acoustic guitars too. So just know when you hear that kind of sound, it's a rake. Very simple. And one last thing I want to cover is basically when you're strumming open position chords. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but when you lift up your strings, the open strings kind of ring out for a little while. Not too long, just while you're changing. And I just wanted to say that if that's going on, don't try to do this, like try to switch so fast, because I don't think anybody does that. If people just switch and the open strings ring for a little bit, and that's okay, that's just the way it is. There's not really anything you can do about it. So if there's anybody out there that's trying really hard to switch so fast and they're getting frustrated, then don't worry about it. It's okay. Everybody does it. You hear it everywhere. When I first started playing, one of the first riffs that I learned was the "Smells Like Teen Spirit" by Nirvana. And I think I remember even hearing on the CD. So they actually strummed the open strings on it. They did. Or whatever. I haven't heard that song in a while, and that's when I started thinking about like, whoa, what's the way around it? And I realized soon that there is no way around it. That's just what happens. Anyways, if you guys want me to cover anything with strumming patterns, time signatures, or any technique for that matter, comment below. Make sure you subscribe. Send us a message and we'll definitely post it up. Like the video and like us on Facebook, facebook.com, the TovarGuitar, and we'll keep posting videos and maybe do some requests. So anyways, till next time guys, hope you enjoyed the video.